Hi there. Now we're going to do lesson 38. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. This is a powerful line. It says nothing. Nothing. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. That's how powerful we are. Your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it established you as a son of God, at one with the mind of its creator. This is a very powerful, powerful statement. I'll read it again because it bears repeating. Your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. The laws that say it's okay to judge, the laws that say you should defend yourself, the laws that say attack is okay, not forgiving is okay, the laws that decide that somebody did something to you and it minimizes you, or that somebody has the power to do something or say something that makes you better than or bigger than you actually are. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. Once you decide that there's nothing that you can't do because of the fact that you're a holy child of the Creator, nothing can stop you. Nothing. Isn't this delicious to know that we are so powerful and so limitless? Sentence number 3 in paragraph 1. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it establishes you, me, everybody, as a son, daughter of God, at one with the mind of his creator, her creator. Acknowledging that we are one, that's where our holiness comes from. There can't be just one source of holiness and then us on the other side. There's only a source of holiness, therefore everything it creates must be holy like itself. Paragraph 2. Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. Through your holiness, the power of God is made available. If you don't see others as holy, how are they going to know their holiness? How are they going to have an example of what that looks like? How is it going to be manifest? So we'll go to sentence 3. And there is nothing the power of God cannot do. If it creates mountains, galaxies, planets, sets gravity in motion, sets everything in creation, what else do you think God's power wouldn't be able to do if it created all of that? This is amazing. And there is nothing the power of God cannot do. Your holiness then can remove all pain, can end all sorrow, and can solve all problems. It doesn't say some, all. It can do so in connection with yourself and with anyone else. It is equal in its power to help anyone because it is equal in its power to save anyone. You treat somebody like you're holy. You only choose to see what is holy in them and you bless them with that holiness. You've just changed everything. Not only how you're showing up in the world, but what you're going to begin to experience. And it sometimes takes time to see the shift outside, but you will see it. You have to, because your mind is powerful. It just projects out there what it is that you believe you deserve to experience. Paragraph 3. If you are holy, so is everything God created. Yep, those people you don't like, they're holy too. The other political party, they're holy too. The people in the other country, they're holy too. The football team that beat out your team, they're holy too. Everybody is holy too. The people in jail, the people in the psychiatric ward, the people who might have robbed you, the people who might have hurt you, they are all holy. Now, do they remember that or not? That's the question. If they don't remember that, compassion, but they're still holy. If they remember that, you don't have to be concerned with them because they're operating to manifest the holiness that is in them, so they're walking around blessing the world. Don't be concerned about the ones that bless the world. Be concerned about the ones who need our blessing so that they get an example of how to be different in the world, and then they may want to turn things around for themselves. Paragraph 3. If you are holy, so is everything God created. You are holy because all things he created are holy. And all things he created are holy because you are. In today's exercises, we will apply the power of your holiness to all problems, difficulties, or suffering in any form that you happen to think of. in yourself or in someone else. We will make no distinctions because there are no distinctions. Paragraph 4. In the 4 longer practice periods, each preferably to last a full 5 minutes, repeat the idea for today. Close your eyes and then search your mind for any sense of loss or unhappiness of any kind as you see it. Try to make as little distinction as possible between a situation that is difficult for you and one that is difficult for someone else. Identify the situation specifically and also the name of the person concerned. Use this form in applying the idea for today. In the situation involving Bob, in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do. In the situation involving Peter, in which I see myself, there is nothing my holiness cannot do. So back to Ken, when we were getting a divorce, even before getting a divorce, as things were getting rocky, in that situation involving Ken, in which I saw myself, because I was there, I was part of that, there was nothing that my holiness couldn't do, which is why I chose to see him, to bless him as the holy being that he is, because I knew truth and he didn't. The man was suffering. The man was in a state of total confusion, chaos, in the process of losing things that were so important to him, but he didn't know that I was holy as he was. So why wouldn't I want to release him? He was somebody hurting. He was an innocent child of God, believing a story that wasn't true and hurting inside. Of course I wanted to release him because I didn't want to hurt inside. Paragraph 5. From time to time, you may want to vary this procedure and add some relevant thoughts of your own. You might like, for example, to include thoughts such as, there is nothing my holiness cannot do because the power of God lies in it. So back to Ken. There was nothing my holiness cannot do because the power of God is what powers my holiness. Why? Because I've been given the power of God to create the world that I want to experience. And I get to experience it by the way that I'm perceiving. So I wanted to perceive everything as holy so I could have that experience of holiness inside of me. Sentence 4. Introduce whatever variations appeal to you, but keep the exercises focused on the theme, there is nothing my holiness cannot do. The purpose of today's exercises is to begin to instill in you a sense that you have dominion over all things because of what you are. We're just dipping our toes. This is only lesson 38 out of 365. We're just dipping our toe in discovering how powerful we are. And these beginning lessons are just helping us begin to see how powerful our mind is, how it projects a world out there that is not out there, it's in our mind. And then we are told that we have dominion over everything. Why? Because we're the holy children of God. We were created like God to extend what God is, which is blessings, loveliness, benevolence, peace, joy. But we can't do that because we have a lot of debris in our mind. We have a lot of beliefs that don't allow us to see clearly. So we got to clear those beliefs, set the mind straight, which is why it's being trained through A Course in Miracles, and then begin to see based on what is actually the truth here. The truth is that there is nothing my holiness cannot do. We're powerful beyond measure. Paragraph 6. In the frequent shorter applications, apply the idea in its original form unless a specific problem concerning you or someone else arises or comes to mind. In that event, use a more specific form in applying the idea to it. Enjoy these exercises. These are powerful, and I look forward to seeing you at the next lesson. Thanks, and have a magnificent day.